Most people do not really want freedom, because freedom involves responsibility. And most people are frightened of responsibility. The great question that has never been answered, and which I have not yet been able to answer, despite my 30 years of research into the feminine soul, is what does a woman want? The voice of the intellect is a soft one, but it does not rest until it has gained a hearing. The conscious mind may be compared to a fountain playing in the sun, and falling back into the great subterranean pool of subconscious from which it rises. He that has eyes to see and ears to hear may convince himself that no mortal can keep a secret. If his lips are silent, he chatters with his fingertips. Betrayal oozes out of him at every pore. Just as no one can be forced into belief, so no one can be forced into unbelief. The act of birth is the first experience of anxiety, and thus the source and prototype of the affect of anxiety. Man has, as it were, become a kind of prosthetic God. When he puts on all his auxiliary organs, he is truly magnificent, but those organs have not grown on him and they still give him much trouble at times. A man who has been the indisputable favorite of his mother keeps for life the feeling of a conqueror. What progress we are making! In the Middle Ages they would have burned me. Now they are content with burning my books. Analysis does not set out to make pathological reactions impossible, but to give the patient's ego freedom to decide one way or another. One is very crazy when in love. Every normal person, in fact, is only normal on the average. His ego approximates to that of the psychotic in some part or other and to a greater or lesser extent. Men are more moral than they think, and far more immoral than they can imagine. Whoever loves becomes humble. Those who love have, so to speak, pawned a part of their narcissism. If you can't do it, give up.